Do you think Oda has characters that he's just like,
I don't like this guy.
I don't care for them that much. It's fine. Because in JJK, I don't know if you haven't read JJK yet, Gege is very upfront about characters he doesn't like. Do you feel like Oda has characters like that, or is just like, it's just the story and how it is?
I think so. I wouldn't say Smoker's one of them. I think he's saving Smoker for something important. I do think Oda hates Sanji. I think Oda hates Sanji. I truly believe this. He doesn't let Sanji have a win for more than 5 minutes anymore. Mr. Prince has been MIA for who knows how long. Just yesterday, I read both chapters back to back. I had the craziest roller coaster of emotions with Sanji. Oh my God,
you got them back to back.
Oh, I went from oh shit, Sanji deflected a light attack and then lit up a sig, like right there. And he was like, he's blocking an attack from an admiral, stands there, lights up a sig like some kind of badass motherfucker. Sorry, excuse my language, but like
no, bro.
No, good. Okay,
go for it.
He lights it up. He's standing there like, yeah, I'm the shit.
So one of the most recent SBSs, Oda revealed the drinking ability of the Straw Hats and actually ranked them from best to worst, with Jinbe and Zoro being at the top and Luffy and Chopper being at the bottom. Now, if you're not fully into chugging it back like Zoro, a great alternative to that would be wine. With today's sponsor, Bright Cellars, you can find the best one for you. Bright Cellars is not your ordinary wine club. They believe that everyone, and I mean everyone, should experience the pure joy of wine. So how do they do it? With personalization, variety, education, and a satisfaction guarantee that'll make your heart skip a beat. It all starts with a quick 7-question quiz, and voila! Bright Cellars matches you with wines from all over the world, tailored to your taste palette. It's like having your very own navigator guiding you to the perfect wines. And speaking of perfect wines, with 12 different plan options and over 100 varietals sourced from 80 plus wine regions, you'll have the world of wine delivered right to your doorstep. No need to sail across the seas to enjoy these treasures. But the adventure does not stop there. Each box comes with wine education cards for every bottle. These cards outline tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperatures, and origins. It's like getting your hands on one piece of wine knowledge. Here's the best part. Over 600,000 5-star reviews cannot be wrong. Bright Cellars guarantees your satisfaction. If you don't like a bottle, they will replace it, no questions asked. Talk about customer service, right? Now here's the thing, sponsors like Bright Cellars make it possible for me to keep bringing you all the epic content you love, so by supporting them, you're directly supporting this channel too, so cheers to that. So check out Bright Cellars by clicking the link in the description, and for a limited time only, Bright Cellars is giving all of my people their first 6-bottle subscription box, usually $150 plus, just for $55. You can do that just by clicking the link, take the quiz, and get started. So don't miss this amazing deal. Follow my link and discover your personalized wine matches.
And then the very next chapter, I thought, oh, Mr. Prince is back. He's next back. Chapter, he's carrying Vegapunk. And he drops the ball and gets Vegapunk killed.
And he's like, oh, my bad, Vegapunk.
He's like, yeah, oh, my bad. Sorry about that. I'll get it right next time. Bro, there is no next time. He's dead. The loudspeakers are turning on right now. Yeah. The dead man switch is activated.
Did you watch One Piece episode 1093 with Blackbeard versus Law?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, man. That episode was incredible. Animation of like Blackbeard falling out of the sky and then just punch in the air and Law just using the rooms and teleporting the rocks around. Everyone's been going on about this. I'm going to add to the pile, but Van Augur in the Whole Cake Island like flashback is one of the coolest pieces of animation. Him and Aokiji pulling up with like he's looking like the anti-spiral from Gurren Lagann. He's like a monster. Yeah. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's not canon, but I want it to, like, I'm willing to treat it as canon because I already believe that the Blackbeard Pirates are on that level. Like, they're strong enough to roll with. Like, Cracker is not an issue to anyone in the Blackbeard crew, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah.
They created a lot of talks because Van Augur was able to one shot.
Yeah. That's
Crackers, and a lot of people instantly like, whoa.
Yeah, like Gear 4? Huh?
I remember Gear 4th was losing his mind versus Cracker. What do you mean Van Augur can do this?
Always trust the narrative. The narrative was building them up to be the top. It was always going to go that way. That's the way I see it. And look, with regards to the shooting, like, all right, he shot Cracker, Gear 4, whatever. I need something to justify using guns in a world like this, because
I agree.
If you're in a world where everyone can use these superpowers and beat the shit out of each other, with fire or whatever,
what's the point of a gun?
What's the point of a gun? Yeah. Right. Like there has to be a purpose to using a gun, and I'm just thinking about it. No matter how strong Luffy's punches are, they're not going to be as small and fast as a projectile.
Damage.
Yeah, the piercing damage of a projectile weapon coated with hockey, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Right? Like, that has to do insane damage. Why would we be hyping up Yasop, or why would we be hyping up Ben Beckman? Why would that matter if guns weren't serious business? Why are all the Marines using guns in that case? Why don't they just give them some other weapon, right?
Right.
Guns got to be useful in some capacity, so I can see them being better at piercing armor. Oh, speaking of which, we just saw in this last chapter that one vice admiral who had he was doing the Six King gun move that Lucci would use. Yeah, Tosa, and he said he could pierce armor with that, right? I'm pretty sure he said that.
Yeah,
so it's
he did.
It's all concentrated in these small points at the tips of his fingers, like a pistol bullet, just like how CP9 would use finger pistols. So I think small projectiles should be able to pierce armor more than a giant fist. A giant fist should probably have more of a hard
damage.
Exactly. So I
like
know.
that. I like that justification. Van Augur stocks are up for him just because he was here without Kiji. He was here with Blackbeard. I'm not sure if this is a Blackbeard I trust him to get the mission done, so I'm gonna send him everywhere.
He's his cleanup guy. He's the cleanup guy. He gets sent somewhere to do the work, and he's like, all right, just make sure it gets done. Imagine chilling on a pirate crew for 38 years. 38 or whatever, however many years, 30 plus.
He was there for 30, at least 30 decades.
For most of his life. Imagine being on a pirate crew for 30 years, just waiting for one specific devil fruit.
It has to be something.
Why?
Why? It has to be something. It has to be something, bro. And then Saturn, gassing up about this lineage and saying, hey, he is his lineage.
Something
and it's
special.
And here's the thing. The crazy part about it is the Impo Down guards, Impo Down jailer, level 6 prisoners. It seems like they were all pirate captains at some point.
Yeah.
All captains, all chasing after their own thing. And for Blackbeard, they're like, nah, we'll follow him. And Katarina's like, no, he's special.
Teacher's special. Okay.
Teacher's special.
Okay.
Hey man, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
I got chills. When I read that, I was like, yo.
Teacher, he is special. The contrast is beautiful because a lot of people look at Blackbeard. He's just a goof. He's a coward. Somebody drew, I forgot what his name is on Instagram. It was a beautiful picture. He drew it's in an alternate dimension, alternate verse. It was Nami and Sogeking.
Okay.
And then it was why do you follow him? And it's yo, Luffy is special. You know? And it's just
Actually, hold on. I had one thought. Before I get to this one, I just want to say the Caribou reveal that he's a Blackbeard fanboy. That makes me think if we do get a Blackbeard Straw Hat direct fight Battle Royale, Caribou's gonna fight Bartolomeo.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
That's his fanboy. Him and his brother, they were at Sabaody.
Yeah, they were.
Right? Yeah. Right? So they just may be fanboys of the worst generation or some of the big pirates.
Timing's pretty specific because we didn't hear anything about them pre-time skip. It was only after Blackbeard became a Yonko that we see Caribou pull up to Sabaody, and it's okay, it lines up. Now Blackbeard's making headlines. People are hearing about it. He gets some people inspired. That's where Caribou comes from.
Next scene we have Saturn, man. I don't know if he's going crazy. He's old now. He's senile. He seems like he's an NPC. He's kind of, Sanji said he's kind of given up on appearing human, I guess, which we were talking about earlier, the second awakening. You sacrifice yourself for the sake of power. How do you feel about that?
There's kind of an inversion happening between Saturn and Luffy right now. I was talking about this yesterday on my stream, how there was the Road to Laugh Tale where Oda talked about how the risk of awakening a zone, it might take over you completely. You might lose yourself when you transform. So I saw it as okay, everyone's been ripping on Gear 5 Luffy for being too funny, too silly, not taking situations seriously recently. But the way I see it is Luffy is inexperienced at using his awakening. So because of this, the Nika part of his personality is taking over whenever he's in Gear 5. He can't control, even if he wants to be serious, most of the time he's not going to be able to control it. He's going to be laughing, bouncing around, being funny. But that's the Nika part inside of him that's come into the forefront because he's new to awakening his devil fruit. With Saturn, I feel like he's had a much better control over his awakening because we can assume he's already awakened. So he can control it. He can control whatever demon that he's supposed to be. He has it under control. But the difference is now we saw at the end of the chapter, Luffy got serious all of a sudden in Gear 5. So now I think Luffy, the part inside of his transformation that's Luffy, is coming up. And it's okay, this is a serious situation. I'm going to control Nika right now. I'm going to control this transfer. Saturn's the opposite. Saturn's been taking all this damage. All of his plans are falling apart. He's losing control of the situations big time. And because of that, it's throwing off his mental. It's throwing off everything. So now he's starting to lose control over the demon in his devil fruit power. So his awakening is now taking over the human side.
Taking over.
So yeah, so while Luffy's human part is regaining control, Saturn's is losing control at the same time. Like that's how the balance is going to be shifted at the end of this arc. Is that Luffy is going to be able to defeat Saturn, or at least get away from the island because of that dichotomy. Yeah,
I like that. What I'm about to tell you is the truth about our world, which I think is insanity.
Oh, I was losing it. I was going crazy yesterday when I read that. I was like, okay, guys, we're here. Next week, everything changes.
Vegapunk did throw out the idea of like having a system like Punk Records where everybody's mind is connected, right? Everybody has sharing information. Well, he's like, let me share information with everyone. I don't know if we have enough time in regards to Vegapunk and how much he can tell the world. What's the most pertinent information that you think it causes the most like anarchy?
The name of the ancient kingdom.
Ooh.
So this is the way I see it. When I read this, the first thing that came to mind was the parallel between Roger and Whitebeard, and then the scholars of Ohara and Vegapunk. So we had Roger announce the One Piece to the world. We had all these years people went along, didn't totally believe it. They didn't know if it was real or not. And then Whitebeard in his dying breath, the One Piece is real. Okay.
He reaffirms it.
Yep. End of Marineford, the world shifts big time.
Yes.
The scholars of Ohara. A year after Roger's execution, Clover gives this speech about the ancient kingdom and about the truth of the world 800 years ago. And right before he can announce the name of this kingdom, shoots him. They Buster Call the island. Ever since then, I was thinking about why do they want to cover up the name? Like, what is it in the name of the kingdom? Yeah, like it would have to be something that everyone would hear the name and immediately make a connection. So I had a theory about, I thought that the name of the ancient kingdom was literally One Piece. And I don't know if that's going to be the case, because now that if we're getting it here, I don't think we're going to get the One Piece reveal here. So it might be something else. But the logic was, whatever the name has to be, it has to be something that everyone, every layman, every marine, every pirate would instantly hear the name and be like, oh shit. They would connect the dots. That's why they had to stop him. So now we have Vegapunk, all these years later, carried on the will of the Ohara scholars, because Shaka told us that. The Ohara lives on.
Yes.
So he knows what they knew. And he's about to finish Clover's sentence, is my thought.
I like that.
I think Vegapunk's going to finish what Clover was going to say. And he's going to announce the name of the kingdom to the world, maybe a little bit about the nature of the world government that we didn't know before, and that's it. But I think that info and the name will be enough for us to start connecting dots. And I think that unless, I mean, look, we could get a whole chapter where it's just Vegapunk's speech and he's just going down, he's running down the history, talking about X, Y, and Z. I could see that.
Any chance, does he know about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think
that's another one that could be like.
I think all the Marines on the island are going to hear that shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought we agreed that.
Yep. 1109. Vegapunk, like he might
temporarily he sails with them.
Yeah, he said, like, Robin, you found your nakama.
Right.
I want to meet them.
Oh man, that's gonna be a moment for Robin.
Yeah, we don't have many islands left after that. I mean, all that we got left is maybe going for the One Piece and then finishing, the final war. It's just seal the deal.
Government and then the Blackbeard stuff. We're close, man.
We're there. I was saying
we're close.
I've been saying it. I see Laugh Tale on the horizon. People were so distracted in the Marineford War they didn't notice a guy the size of the entire island walking up to the island.
Right. You didn't notice
San Juan Wolf pulling up.
You didn't notice San Juan.
That's how distracted they were. He thrives in that environment. Yeah, this is the biggest distraction in the world. That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you think Sengoku knows and Garp knows? Like,
I don't think so. I feel like Garp wouldn't know more than Sengoku, because Garp just doesn't care. He's just like, bro, I don't care about what's going on with the Celestial Dragons. Sengoku, though, he's like, he seems to always have like a handle on things. Has he ever questioned it? Like, did the Gorosei take orders from anyone? Is there any? Because it's just so crazy when Stelly stumbled upon or Wapple, or it's just like, at no point does nothing ever get out. Because we know about the Gorosei. Does nobody know about Imu at all, other than like the people we know?
If you know, that's against the law.
Anymore. You got me. You figured me out.
You figured me out. Now you die. Good. You figured out the greatest puzzle. Your prize, death.
Do you think Saul could provide that proof for the people?
I wonder